Central Virginia's longest-running high school academic quiz show. Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan. And now, host Cheryl Miller.
Hello and good morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Battle of the Brains. I'm Cheryl Miller. Today's teams have made it to round 2. Our competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia. Joining us remotely, today's teams are the Chiefs of Monacan High School, coached by Cameron Fisk and Sean Hollingshead. Monacan High School is a public school in the Richmond suburb of Chesterfield County. The school serves about 1,500 students and is home to the chief belief, which is building respect through building relationships. Also with us today remotely, the Blue Devils of Fork Union Military Academy. Their coach is Dr. Alex Welch. Located in Fluvanna County, Fork Union Military Academy is a private all-male college preparatory military boarding school. Founded over 120 years ago, Fork Union is considered one of the premier military boarding academies in America. With students from 7th to 12th grades, FUMA, as it's known, also offers a one-year postgraduate program. Welcome to all of our students, and great to have them here remotely with us today. Now, because we can't all be together, here is how our game has changed. We will still have toss-up rounds, but questions will now be directed team to team and will alternate between them. A player wishing to answer must raise their hand and wait for me to call on them. There will be no point deductions for incorrect answers. All right, teams, good luck. Let's start the first toss-up round. The first question goes to Monacan. This musical premiered on Broadway in 2003, where it continues to this date. Name this Tony Award-winning musical featuring Elphaba and Glinda, where the untold story of the witches of Oz. Riley.
Wicked.
Wicked is correct. Fork Union Academy, Chinese, Japanese, Babylonian, and Islamic astronomers noted its passage, but it was a future astronomer who accurately predicted its return in 1758. Name this celestial body last seen in 1986 and due to return in 2061. Usman.
Halley's Comet.
Halley's Comet is correct. Monacan. What service club for youths aged 10 to 21 had the original motto, Head, Hands, Heart, and Health? Veronica.
The Boy Scouts of America.
That would be the 4-H Club, Head, Heart, Hands, Health, 4-H. Fork Union, Beethoven and Bach each wrote one in G. Name this dance in 3/4 time whose name is an anagram of the word that means 60 seconds. In Sharaba.
Waltz.
That would be the minuet. The anagram is the word minute. Monacan, the Grand Canyon is located in the northwestern part of what state? Chris.
Arizona.
That's correct, Arizona. Fork Union, this country is the largest oil producer in Africa. Name this country on the Gulf of Guinea whose major cities include Lagos and Abuja. Jackson.
Nigeria.
Nigeria is correct. Monacan, Black History Month, has been celebrated in the United States every year since it was established in 1976. What month is it commemorated in? Riley.
February.
February is correct. Fork Union, in the story from Asian literature's The 1001 Nights, name the poor woodcutter who found magic in the words "Open Sesame." In Sharaba.
Alibaba.
Alibaba is correct. All right, Monacan, please watch the screen and listen closely. Here is your Virginia-based video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch.
The revolutionary organization, the Sons of Liberty, included Sam Adams, Paul Revere, and what famous Virginia lawyer?
Veronica.
Patrick Henry.
That is correct. Fork Union. A sarcophagus is a stone coffin most associated with ancient civilizations. Spell sarcophagus. Jackson?
Sarcophagus.
And that is correct, sarcophagus. Monacan, Auld Lang Syne includes the text of a Scottish poem by Robert Burns. It's usually sung on New Year's Eve. Spell Auld Lang Syne. That would be AULDLANGSYNE. Fork Union, the IP address is used in finding the address of a computer. What does IP stand for? That would be Internet Protocol. Monacan, perfect ones have never been obtained. Sound cannot travel through what kind of void that Aristotle famously said nature abhors? Riley.
Vacuum.
Vacuum is correct. And that buzzer is the end of our first toss-up round. A good job so far by our teams. They've got a lot more questions to face, though. Up next, we'll meet today's players, and then they'll take on the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
And here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Monacan High School with 50 points, Fork Union Military Academy with 40 points. And we'll get back to our match just ahead. First, we want you to meet our players today with us. Let's start by meeting our team from Monacan High School. They are the Chiefs. Their coaches are Cameron Fisk and Sean Hollingshead. First up is Christopher Johnson, who is in the 11th grade. He's part of the school's Latin Club, SGA, Beta Club, Monacan's Maniacs, Ecology Club, and the World Culture Appreciation Club. Next up is our team captain, Riley Scott, who's a junior, president of Monacan's Ecology Club, an active member of the school's Latin, World Culture Appreciations, Feminism, and Beta Clubs, and a member of Monacan's Tribe Mentor Program. Next up is Veronica Van, who is a senior. She has a passion for theater and is a stage manager who plans to study nursing. And wrapping up our team is Chris Kunapus, who is a senior. He's a member of the National Honor Society and the school's marching band and plans to study anatomy. That's our team from Monacan High School. Great to have you back with us for round two. Now let's meet our team from Fork Union Military Academy. They are the Blue Devils. Their coach is Dr. Alex Welch. First up is Usman Diang, who is a junior. He's from Germantown, Maryland. During his breaks from school, Usman likes to travel. He plans to study economics, finance, and business in college. Our team captain is Jackson Pretis, who is a junior. He's from Charlottesville. He's a member of the school's cross-country and track and field teams, likes to read, write, and watch movies, would like to attend Georgetown University to study law, international relations, or political science. Next up is Dino Ciervo, who is a junior. He's from Alexandria, and he enjoys basketball and football and hopes to attend Miami, Florida to study sports journalism. And wrapping up our team is Inshiraba Asumado Ado, who's from Accra, Ghana. He enjoys track and field and robotics. His hobbies are cooking, anime, and weightlifting, and would like to study electrical engineering and go back home to Ghana. That is our team from Fork Union Military Academy, gentlemen. Good to have you here with us today for round two. Now, for our category round, each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. Teams, take a look. Here are the categories from which you may choose. They are alphabet answers, math terms, and romantic pairs. And we do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answer. For the category round, the high-scoring team gets first choice of category, so that is our team from Monacan High School. Riley, if you could please open your microphone and quickly discuss it with your team members. Let me know what category you would like to take today.
We're going to go with romantic pairs.
All right, name the female member of the following romantic pairs. The first is Kermit the Frog.
Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy is correct. From the Bible, Adam.
Eve.
Eve is correct. Mark Antony.
Cleopatra.
Correct. David Beckham.
Pass.
That would be Victoria Beckham, former Spice Girl. Clyde Barrow.
Pass.
Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie Parker. Romeo Montague.
Juliet.
Juliet Capulet, correct. John Lennon.
Yoko.
That would be Yoko Ono. Shrek.
Fiona.
Fiona's correct. Quasimodo.
Esmeralda.
Correct. And finally, Louis the 16th.
Marie Antoinette.
That is correct. Good job on that category of romantic pairs. Fork Union, you will either give me alphabet answers or math terms. Jackson, if you can open your microphone and please quickly discuss it with your teammates and let me know what category you would like to play.
We're going to go for alphabet answers.
All right, identify each of the following by giving the letter of the alphabet that it represents. The first is President Chester Arthur's middle initial.
A.
Correct. Letter designation for a strikeout in baseball.
O.
That would be K. Roman numeral for 500.
L.
It's D. Code name for a man who supplies James Bond with gadgets.
Q.
Q is correct. Scientology founder Hubbard's first initial.
L.
Correct. L. Ron Hubbard. First letter in Einstein's relativity theory.
E.
Correct. Chemical symbol for the element potassium.
K.
Correct. Imaginary number that is the positive square root of -1.
I.
Correct. Symbol in physics for the speed of light.
C.
Correct. And finally, the symbol for Planck's constant.
M.
It would be H. Only had 26 to choose from, right? All right, that's our category round. Good job by both of our teams. Up next, another toss-up round when we come back with Battle of the Brains.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Monacan High School with 85 points. Our team from Fork Union Military Academy with 75 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains in another toss-up round. Again, this season questions are being directed to each team, alternating between them, and there are no point deductions for incorrect answers. Players may answer by raising their hand and waiting for me to call on them. All right, now to our toss-up round. We start with Fork Union Academy. In the book of Genesis, name both of the two cities destroyed by God with fire and brimstone for their wickedness. Inshiraba.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
That is correct. Monacan, what is the minimum number of electoral votes to be elected president of the United States? Chris.
270.
That is correct. Fork Union, which work of William Shakespeare is often subtitled The Moor of Venice? Jackson.
Would that be the Merchant of Venice?
That would be Othello. Monacan, Phaedo, Phaedrus, and Symphonium and the Republic are all of these are dialogues by which Greek philosopher? Chris.
Plato.
Plato is correct. Fork Union, please watch the screen and listen closely. Here is your Virginia-based video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch.
Name this man who in 1990 became the first African American to be elected governor of a U.S. state.
And that was the Honorable L. Douglas Wilder. Monacan High School, what is the name given to the full moon that appears at or about the time of the autumnal equinox? Veronica.
Harvest Moon.
That is correct. Fork Union, this hydrogen-filled airship burned and crashed in New Jersey on May 6, 1937. Named for a former president of Germany, what was the name of this largest aircraft ever built? Usman.
The Hindenburg.
That is correct. Monacan, with his co-emperor Licinius, he issued the Edict of Milan guaranteeing religious freedom. Name this Roman emperor who legalized Christianity and renamed the city of Byzantium after himself. Chris.
Constantine.
That is correct, Constantine the Great. Fort Union, one of the best-selling albums of all time, name the classic 1973 Pink Floyd release that features the songs Money and Time. Dino. I need you to turn your
Off
mic
the
on.
Wall?
Repeat for me.
Off the Wall?
No, it's actually Dark Side of the Moon. Monacan. Its second part uses the Bible to argue against monarch. Name the 1776 pamphlet written by Thomas Paine that argues for American independence. Chris.
Common Sense.
That is correct. Fork Union. Among the military officers in this writer's works are Captain Wentworth, who persuades Anne Elliot to marry him. Name this author of Persuasion and Sense and Sensibility. That would be Jane Austen. Monacan, with both engines dead, Captain Sully Sullenberger landed U.S. Airways Flight 1549 on the Hudson River. What was the specific cause of the engine failure? Veronica?
An obstruction in the jet.
The judge is saying no. It was actually birds, Canada geese to be specific. Fork Union. In ice hockey, it is suspected that Wild Wing is a direct descendant of Donald Duck. Wild Wing is the mascot for what Anaheim, California-based National Hockey League team? Dino.
Anaheim Ducks?
That is correct, the Ducks. Monacan, founded around 530 BC at the monastery of Monte Cassino, Italy, what is the oldest Western Catholic monastic order? They are the Benedictines. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round ahead, and we'll know which team will be moving on to round 3 here on Battle of the Brains. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
Here are the scores as we head now into the final toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. We've got Monacan High School with 135 points, Fork Union Military Academy 105 points. But in this final toss-up round, the point score for a correct answer is now doubled, and there is no deduction for an incorrect answer. And again, for our virtual version of Battle of the Brains, questions are being alternated between teams in our timed round. All right, teams, here we go with our final toss-up round. The first question goes to Fork Union Academy. Name either of the Greek philosopher or the philosophy that states the highest good in life is pleasure, which consists in freedom from disturbance or pain. Jackson.
Hedonism.
It would be Epicurus or Epicureanism. Monacan. His novels of the sea include White Jacket and Billy Budd. He returned to land for a story of a copyist who refuses to work in Bartleby the Scrivener. Name this author of Moby Dick. Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
Wells.
It would be Herman Melville. Fork Union. This German believed there was no practical use for the radio waves he was the first to broadcast and receive. Identify this German namesake of the SI unit of frequency. Inshiraba.
Hertz.
Heinrich Hertz is correct. Monacan. In 1865, 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, with news that the Civil War was over and all slaves were free. What is the annual event marking the occasion that was declared a federal holiday in 2021? Chris.
Juneteenth.
That is correct, Juneteenth. Fork Union. Which Roman emperor built a villa at Tivoli and a namesake wall across northern England? Inshiraba.
Harold.
No, it was Hadrian. Monacan. This Sophoclean hero unwittingly killed his father and married his mother, a mistake that ended in his wife's hanging herself and he blinding himself. Name this legendary solver of the Sphinx riddle. Veronica.
Oedipus.
Oedipus is correct. Oedipus Rex. Fork Union. Smoke and dust are rare examples of this kind of colloid in which the dispersed medium is a solid. Most examples, like fog, consist of a liquid dispersed in a gas. Name this type of aerial solid associated with atomizers and spray cans. Inshiraba.
Aerosol.
Aerosol is correct. Monacan, discovered by Galileo in 1610, it has its own magnetic field. Which moon of Jupiter that shares its name with a Greek mythology cupbearer to the gods is the largest known moon in the solar system? Veronica?
Io.
That would be Ganymede. Fork Union, according to legend, whoever solved this riddle would rule Asia. Name this riddle that was ultimately solved by cutting the namesake object. You know.
The Gordian knot.
Gordian knot is correct. Monacan, they are never found free in nature because they decay in about 15 minutes if they escape the nucleus. Name these uncharged particles that contribute to atomic weight but not atomic number. Riley.
Neutrons.
Neutrons is correct. Fork Union, she was a member of the National Women's Hall of Fame and the Astronaut Hall of Fame. Name this first woman, American woman, in space. Usman?
Sally Kirod.
It's Sally Ride is correct. Monacan, 3 degrees of freedom are enjoyed at which joint between the radius and the palm of the human hand? That would be your wrist. Fork Union. Ernest Hemingway worked as a reporter in this American city before he went off to drive ambulances in World War I. Which Midwestern city is home to the Royals and the Chiefs? Dino.
Kansas City.
That is correct. And that buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double-check the final score, here's how you can stay connected with Battle of the Brains. To find out more about our show, just log on to battleofthebrains.net. You'll also find Battle of the Brains on Facebook and full episodes of our show on our YouTube page. And as we continue round 2 of Battle of the Brains, join us next week when we virtually welcome teams from Maggie Walker Governor's School of Richmond and Maury High School of Norfolk. And here is the final score for today's match, determining which team will continue on to round 3 this season. With a final score of 195 points, Monacan High School, great job today by Christopher, Riley, Veronica, and Chris. Our winners today with a final score of 205 points, our team from Fork Union Military Academy. Great job by Usman, Jackson, Dino, and Inshiraba. We will see you gentlemen in round 3. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thanks for watching and playing along on Battle of the Brains, and we'll see you back here next Saturday morning. Great match, teams.
Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.